So, good morning students. We are going to discuss about advantages and application of polymers. So, the remaining part we have completed. With this, while discussing about advantages of polymers, the different types of advantages like it will increase the stability of the drug. That means the stability of the drug due to presence of different moistures or any type of other type of environmental factors, it will increase the stability of the drug by means of coating or by means of encapsulation, matrix formation. So due to different types of techniques, it can increase the stability of the drug. Second one, increase in pharmacokinetic properties. It can also increase pharmacokinetic properties generally by changing the pattern of the absorption. It can change the we can tell rate of distribution or elimination from the body. So that's why the pharmacokinetic parameter can be modified by using this type of polymers. Now it can be also used as coating materials. Different types of nowadays different coating techniques there, like encapsulation by normal coating of the tablets, sugar coating of the tablets, film coating of the tablets. So these are different uses, and this can be done by using the polymers. Now coming to another advantages, nanoparticles. This nanoparticles nowadays it's very famous, and it is enhance the bioavailability of the drug particles. So to get this nano form, sometimes we are using this polymers to get a particular nano size of drugs. So that's why it can be used in the nanoparticles. Next one, it can be used in transdermal drug delivery system. In transdermal drug delivery system also, these we can tell we can use these polymers for the preparation of pads. So there are different types of uses there, advantages there of these polymers. Now coming to the application of these polymers. So there is a vast application we can tell of this polymer, not only in one area, in different areas you can use. So first one, we can use the polymers in novel drug delivery system. In novel drug delivery system, it's not a one type, so many types are there. In transdermal drug delivery systems, in osmotic drug delivery system, in case of your targeted drug delivery system, in everywhere we are using this polymers as a drug delivering carrier. And also sometimes we are using it for microcapsules, lipoproteins, liposomes. So that's why we are preferring these polymers in the novel drug delivery systems. Now coming to polymers used in controlled drug delivery systems. Controlled drug delivery system means how the drug is able to control the release of the drugs. So the different types, generally three types of techniques I told you, mechanisms: diffusion, dissolution, and dissolution. In these, generally the drug release pattern from these polymer is due to polymer erosion. So what is this erosion? May be of three types: type 1, type 2, type 3. Three types of erosion, polymer erosion there. Type 1 is your, it is for hydrophobic polymers, and it is converted to small soluble polymers. This is your type 1. Hydrophobic polymers will be converted to small soluble polymers. Then type 2, initially it's water insoluble, and the solubility will be enhanced by different techniques like hydrolysis, ionization, by different types of processes. The insoluble matter polymer will be converted to soluble form. Then type 3 erosion is your, it is for water soluble polymers, and it is modified to insoluble polymers by cross linking. By cross linking of polymers, it will be converted to insoluble form. So with this, from these polymers, different types of, we can tell, controlled drug delivery system can be designed, and also it will release the drug in a controlled manner which will regulate the drug release, as per our requirements in the pharmacokinetic parameters, it will maintain the MEC. So this also